Hey guys, how you doing? It's Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NBA basketball previews and predictions today for Wednesday. It is January 29th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your wacky Wednesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, let's get to your NBA SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and let's see how the favorites, underdogs, the over-unders did last night in the association. And look at that, 75% of the dogs cover the spread. In the last 7 days, 62.6% of NBA underdogs have covered the spread, so we're in a bearish market for the favorites. And speaking of the favorites, they are though winning 66.7% of their NBA games as a favorite, but a lot of double-digit favorites, so that's tough to cover the spread when you're a double-digit favorite most nights. And the over has cashed in 66% the last 7 days, and you look at the year-to-day average, pretty much a neutral market when it comes to the over-under. 51.6% of the games have gone over, 48.5% have gone under, but in the last 7 days, 66% to the over. All right, let's get to your NBA forecast today. We'll kick it off in Indianapolis, or Indiana, where the Pacers taking on Detroit Pistons. Now, the Pistons going to this one as a 6.5-point road underdog. 229.5 is your total. And the computer pick here at the Raymond Report has the Pacers winning this one, 119-114, the over-under, 233.96. So we do like this game to go over the total. We're going to give the Pacers a 61.4% chance of not covering the spread, but winning this game straight up, while the Pistons have a 40.6%. And if you watch the Raymond Report, you know anytime you get the cow at 40%, you got to give it some consideration, especially on the spread line, right? Detroit on a 2-game losing streak, straight up, and ATS on 1 day's rest. They are now 23-23 on the season, while the Pacers are 25-20. The Toronto Raptors heading to DC, take on the Wizards. Now, the Raptors a 6.5-point favorite. You don't see that too often, them as a road favorite. And 225.5 is the total. ATS forecast sees the Raptors winning by 10. 123-113, the over-under, 237.06. So we do like this game to fly over the total. Toronto coming in on a 4-game straight up and ATS win streak, while the Wizards, they're struggling. 14-game losing streak, 6-39 on the year, and we'll see what happens tonight in DC. The Brooklyn Nets taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Now, the Hornets a 3-point favorite. I did have this line at minus 6.5 on my value index, so if you like Charlotte, you're getting some nice value here tonight. You might want to take them on the money line if you don't want to sweat out that 3 points. 205.5 is the total, and I got this one as a 101-100 victory for Charlotte. The over-under at 202.49. So taking them on the money line might cost you a little bit more money, but it might get you a better return on your investment later on in the game on this one. Brooklyn coming in on a 7-game losing streak, 3 ATS losses in a row. They're on a 4-under streak, and for the Charlotte Hornets, they're 6-3-1 against the number in their last 10 games. Kogo's at 70%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. All right, the game of the night will be played at Madison Square Gardens, where the New York Knicks taking on the Joker and the Denver Nuggets. Now, the Knicks a 3-point favorite. I had a list right there at 3.8, so fair market value if you like the New York Knicks here tonight. And I had also Denver at plus 3.5, so fair market value on the number. So bookmakers doing a good job with that number. 119-118 is the final for New York. 237.97 is my total, so we do like it to go under the total tonight at Madison Square Garden. Cal's pretty low, though, 23.08% compared to 54.9% for the New York Knicks. Knicks coming in on a 4-game win streak, 2 ATS wins, while the last 4 games for Denver have gone over the total. I got the Heat taking on the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers, 120-108 is my final. 229.5, or actually 229.8 is my total. 227.5 is the total from the bookmakers, so we do like this one to go over the total. And we got a whopping 91.6% chance of winning here for Cleveland compared to 24.8 for the Heat, who are now on a 2-game straight up and ATS losing streak, while the Cavaliers 37-9 on the campaign. Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Sacramento Kings. Now, the Kings coming in as a 9-point favorite. I had them listed up 6.9, so a little bit overvalued on the road tonight in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia 76ers last game, big victory over the Lakers, 118-104, while the Kings, they beat the Brooklyn Nets 110-96. That was 2 nights ago. So Philadelphia playing in back-to-back game situation here, and we'll see what happens. 120-108 is my final, and 229.8 is the total that I got right there on the number. And Philly, don't look now, 3 games straight up and ATS a win streak, but here's the bad news, they're 18-27 on the year. Chicago Bulls taking on the Boston Celtics. The Celtics a 2-touchdown favorite in this one. 14.5 is the line, 226.5 is the total. And I do have the Celtics winning this one, 124-104, the over-under, 228.91. And we're going to give Boston a 90.7% chance of winning. The Chicago Bulls, 3-7 straight up in their last 10 games, 4-6 against the number. And I did have them listed at plus 11.6. So if you do like Chicago, you are getting some fair market value tonight. And keep in mind, last 7 days on the SBI, the favorites have won 62.6% of covering the spread. All right, the LA Clippers taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Now the Clip, last game, a 111-109 loss to the Phoenix Suns, while the Spurs, they lost to the Pacers, 136-98. And tonight, the Clippers a 4-point favorite against the Spurs. And I do have the final 115-109, the over-under at 225.6. So we do like this game to go over the total of 222.5. And looking at the Spurs, their last 7 games have gone over the total. I got the Pelicans taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Now look at the line on this one. Minus 1.5. And I got a 113.09 to 113.25. So talk about tight numbers in this one between the Pels and the Mavs. And I got the total landing on 226.34. And that's where you might want to lean here from an analytics point of view, as I have this game going under the total tonight at the Smoothie King Center, one of the best names in all sports. All right, I got the Suns taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves as a 1.5 point home underdog. I got the T-Wolves on the computer pick winning 109-104, the over-under at 213.36. The Minnesota Timberwolves last game, a 192 victory over the Atlanta Hawks, while the Suns, they beat the Clippers 111-109. And the Minnesota T-Wolves on a 3-game winning streak. Same thing for the Suns, so somebody's going to give here tonight in the desert. And your last game of the night will be played in Golden State in Oakland, where the Warriors are going to be a 10-point home underdog against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let me see here, 120.5 to 110.12. So I do have the Thunder winning right there by 10. 230.6 is my total, so we do like it to go over the total tonight at the Chase Center. And look at the chance of winning, 26.09 for Golden State, 84.3 for the Thunder, whose last 4 games have gone over the total. All right, folks, don't forget, you can get the Raymond Report each and every day right here at atsstats.com. If you want to get the free Raymond Report Lite version, go to the website, go to NBA link at the top, and then you're going to have tonight's free report of the day is on the Pistons and the Pacers. And if you scroll down, this is an interesting stat that I found. The over is 12-2-0 for the Pistons as a road team in Indiana the last 7 years. So crazy numbers you can find here at the Raymond Report. All right, folks, that is your NBA report here today for Wednesday, January 29th. Hope all your winners come through tonight. We meet up in the winner circles. And in the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.